So yeah. So yeah. Hey everyone, it's Melody. I'm coming at you live from, you already know. So today we are going to be talking about the EPIK program. I've gotten quite a few questions about EPIK, how I came to Korea with them, etc, etc. So I thought I would dedicate a whole video to talking about EPIK. I'm going to do a short list of the pros and cons of EPIK, and then also talk a little bit about my personal experience with the program. So yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, what is EPIK? I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you have an idea of what EPIK is, or you're doing research because this is something that you want to do. But if you just stumbled upon this, EPIK stands for the English Program in Korea. And it is a teaching program that brings teachers from English-speaking countries to Korea to teach conversation English classes in public schools. That's a general overview of EPIK. So the first question, I guess, is do you qualify? So let's go through it. Number 1, do you qualify? Are you 21 to 62 years old? Number 2, did you graduate college with a bachelor's degree? Number 3. If your major wasn't in anything regarding teaching, do you have a TEFL certification for 120 hours? If so, you're in there. Oh, and do you hail from a native English-speaking country? So, do you qualify? If so, perfect. Let us continue. Now on to EPIK pros. Because you know, we're gonna start positive always. Pro number 1. So pro number 1 is the benefits. So I talked about the benefits in my previous video, and I will list that down below. But for those who didn't see the video, benefits meaning what you receive salary-wise, health insurance-wise, pension, severance, also housing. So all of those things combined, benefits, they are really great. So that would be pro number 1. Pro number 2. Because EPIK is run through the Korean government, you know what you're getting yourself into. It's very structured, it's very outlined on the contract. So when you get here, you know what you're going to be doing, teaching. You know that maximum you'll be teaching 22 classes a week. You know what you'll receive in your house. You know what you should be receiving at work. You know salary breakdown, what day of the month you'll be getting paid, your benefits, your duties, they're very clearly outlined. And so you know what you're getting yourself into for this year when you sign the contract. Benefit number 3. Requirements. I kind of went through the requirements before, but the requirements for EPIK are so simple.
Do you speak English? Do you have a bachelor's degree? Do you have a TEFL?
There's no teaching requirements. There's no, like, you have to learn Korean. You have to know about Korean culture or anything like that. Like, it's very, very simple. And it kind of leaves the field really wide open for different kinds of people to come. And also, because it's so wide, it allows you at any point in your life that you feel like you want to come here and teach, the opportunity is always available. So yeah, that's that. Benefit number 4. The teaching hours. Now with EPIK, contractually speaking, you will teach a maximum of 22 hours a week. Now, there are 7 periods of class in a day if you teach at middle school like I do. So 22 hours a week means I'm teaching average 3 to 4 classes a day, maybe 5 one day a week. So that leaves me anywhere between 2 periods off and 4 periods off a day where I have time to plan or work on whatever I want to work on, relax, as Koreans like to say, take a rest. So it is very lenient in that sense. Like, you're not constantly working. When you go to work, you will always have at least, well, you should always have at least 1 period off. And 1 period is 45 minutes. So you always will have at least 45 minutes where you're not doing anything teaching wise. Maybe you're preparing for class, but you have no duties to like be on as a teacher. So only teaching 22 hours a week, something that I love because that gives me free time with a computer to do whatever I want to do. So that's something that, yeah, I really, really love. So those are the pros. Now let's get into the cons. I really love EPIK. I think it's a great program. I mean, I loved it so much. I re-signed my contract to stay here for 2 years. But of course, there's always flaws within a system. There's always things that they can improve. Con number 1. You have no control over where you are placed in Korea to teach. Like, none. So on the application, they allow you to select your preferred province. Provinces are basically like counties. So you can choose what county you want to be in, but they have the last word. So it's totally up in the air, and that is where you kind of can feel totally out of control, because I arrived to Korea not knowing where I was living. And we have a 10-day EPIK orientation when we first arrived to Korea, like all the other teachers. And it wasn't until the 9th day of orientation that they tell you what city you're going to. So it can just be like really nerve-wracking, because like you're transplanting your life across the world, and until the last possible second you don't know like where you're going. You know, you could be big city, small city, it's just all up in the air. So it can be really, really nerve-wracking. So yeah, that's definitely a con. Con number 2. So like I said, for pros, one of the good things about EPIK and the contract that you sign with them is it's very structured. You know exactly what you're going to get. But you don't know what your day-to-day school life will be, because that varies so drastically between schools. So you kind of have to be willing to like take a risk and roll with the punches, just in case like it's not, you know, ideal. Like currently I teach at 3 schools, and each school has a completely different atmosphere, and that leaves me feeling completely different at the end of each teaching day. So some schools are going to be super lax, super just comfortable. People will be very welcoming. Most other Korean teachers, they're not going to speak a lot of English, but at one school that I have, they're more apt to try. But at my other schools, they're more reserved and they don't want to. And so that alone can make your school life different, because at my school where they're more inclined to try to engage with me, I feel more welcomed and like a part of the school and the campus. But at my other school, it kind of is like a barrier in a way. And that can leave you feeling kind of lonely, because there's not many other people that speak English at your school that you can talk to. Con number 3. So like I said, I guess I'm just gonna keep going back on what I said. So like I said, contractually speaking, you know what you're getting yourself into, but there are gonna be extra tasks that are thrown at you that you can't really do anything about. Meaning like you have to do it even though you necessarily don't want to do it. Like for example, this coming up weekend, today is Wednesday, this coming up weekend, I teach English camp on Saturday and Sunday. And then the following weekend, I'm teaching another English camp for Saturday and Sunday, all day. Did I sign up for this? Take a wild guess. Did I give up my weekends to teach English? No. But am I doing it? Yep. So this is kind of one of the things I'm talking about. Your hand is forced to do tasks that you definitely and probably don't want to do. Con number 4. The desk warming in general is just really, really lame, and it kind of sucks. Desk warming is when school is out of session, but because you only have 8 days of vacation in summer and 10 days of vacation in winter, but school is out for like a month, some schools require you to go to school and sit at your desk for 8 hours to like clock in that you're there, because technically you should be there. Last year I had to do it during winter break. I think I had to do it for 2 weeks. Thing about desk warming is you're the only teacher that has to do it. And so my office is on the 5th floor, and there are no other teachers in my office that have to come in during vacation. So I literally had to sit at my desk by myself in my office for 8 hours. Well, I took like a lunch break and I would go home and come back. But yeah, it just sucks. If you're one of those EPIK teachers that don't have to do that, you are so lucky. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. And this year I have to do it again. So yeah. But I mean, honestly, it's free time with the computer, and I can like get work done, or like, you know, work on my side projects or whatever. So technically it's not that bad. But would I prefer to have the time to myself, or like have those extra vacation days? Of course. Alright, so I think I kind of talked about my experiences in there, like dabbling with like these camps and my school life. I currently am in my 2nd year. Re-signed my contract in February. I found out while I was on vacation that I would be teaching at an additional school this year. So I teach at 3 middle schools in my town right now. Last year, I only taught at 2. This year has just been really, really stressful compared to my other years, and I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know why, man, but it's been a struggle this year. It's been difficult. Like, I have cried in frustration, and I'm not a person that ever cries at work. Never in my life have I cried at work. I found out like an additional thing was being put on my plate, and I literally just burst into frustrated tears. And it's like nothing even happened. Nothing could change. Like, I just had to do it. So it's just, it was just really frustrating. Those are definitely things to consider if you want to be an EPIK teacher. Of course, there's going to be great things and there's going to be bad things. And I think you always have to go into a situation knowing that everything's not going to be perfect, and also being willing to roll with the punches, because there's always going to be things thrown at you, especially in Korea. Things will be told to you that you need to do or that involve you at the last possible second. And all you can do is roll with it. So definitely things to consider. But at the end of the day, I do enjoy my job. I am happy to be here. I appreciate EPIK, and I definitely recommend it. So those are my experiences. Those are the pros and cons. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully this answers like the broad range of questions. I have a few exciting things I wanted to ask you or talk to you guys about. So yeah, I'll be going on vacation in August, and it will be my first solo trip ever in life. So I'm really nervous, and I'm also really excited that I'm thinking about vlogging it. So please let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I will see you in my next video.